The postgraduate course I would describe as obviously very challenging, but new, different, exciting, innovative. I think the support, the teaching and lecturing staff that they've got are really interesting people who offer across the board a range of specialisms that is really unusual in the fact that they've all got the different specialism and it's all something which I'd never come across before. Just really exciting people, a good place to be, and everything that I certainly wanted out of postgraduate study. There was a lot in terms of the content of the course that did surprise me because I'd studied theatre I'd done the H&D, I'd always been involved in theatre, always done bits and pieces of acting. So I thought I kind of knew my stuff really. And then you come to Leeds and you realise that there's a whole other world of performance, different type of performance, contemporary performance that's happening right on the doorstep that maybe is unheard of in terms of my experience. So I think just the genre really of contemporary performance in itself was something new, and the possibilities of it, both in terms of watching new and different theatre and also performing and creating and being in contemporary performance, creating it and going on above and beyond the course. And lots of other things as well. Whenever you're studying, you're always opened up to new avenues and different exciting authors, playwrights, whichever way you want to look at it. It was tough and there was a definite leap from the BA to the MA, but I think that's obviously expected. Obviously you need to be much more independent. You need to know a little bit more the direction you want to go in and take ownership and responsibility about what do you want to be a master of? Do you want to be a practitioner? And when do you start calling yourself a practitioner from, oh, I'm a student who's studying? When does that change happen? And I think gradually and slowly it does. It was a modular MA, so there were different modules that we did. But one that I found really rewarding, and one that I do still kind of think about and analyse in a way, was we could either write a conference paper and present at an academic conference, or we could write a dissertation. And I was interested in the conference route, and although it was something how do I describe it? It was something intimidating initially. Me and another MA student went to Tangiers to deliver an academic conference over there. And the word academic, I think, can be intimidating in itself. When you're a student, you say, I'm a student, but to be an academic presenting in a professional environment was something for me that was really rewarding and something that I feel I was able to put my own stamp on, because we didn't just present a paper at the conference. We did a performative paper that at the conference I feel was really successful in the overall conference and was something I'm really proud of and something that I think was a successful project, and I would like to do more things like that in the future. Since I graduated, I was really lucky in the fact I got a job straight away, and that was working as head of drama department at a private school in Bradford. So I'd done some work teaching. Part of that was through the MA and through the BA, where I was interested in teaching. So that in itself proved really valuable for me, in that I haven't got a teaching qualification, but I've got a lot of practical experience and I have had the opportunity to teach across a range of levels. And without that, I wouldn't have got that job. There's no two ways about it. I think Leeds Met has got many different links with the industry, where you can get involved with different festivals, for example, work with theatre companies, all the things that you would want out of a master's, whereby you can't necessarily get that if you just go straight into the world of work and try and make it as a performer or whichever route you want to go down. I think that those links are really important, and that support is there if you do need it, to kind of point you in the right direction, and then you're sort of on your own for a bit, and then you come back and talk about it and see how you went, and obviously decide as well how you want to be assessed, what you want to get out of it. But I remember when I first came for my interview for the MA, one of the lecturers said to me, you think you've got a good idea about what you'll end up doing on this master's, and actually you'll end up doing something completely different. And I have to say that was the case for me. I thought I wanted to go down a certain avenue, and then you realise that once you go down that avenue, there are so many more avenues that you want to go down, and you kind of constantly being enlightened to new opportunities, ways of thinking, different ways of practice and work. If someone wasn't sure about whether or not to do a postgraduate course at Leeds, I would say it was the best decision I ever made. I think when you graduate, there's a lot of anxiety around, should you just try and get some full-time work straight away? But for me, I saw it as a personal investment. And in hindsight and reflection, without that, I wouldn't be working in the job I've got now. There are no two ways about it. I wouldn't be able to do it, not only because of the qualification itself, but also because of the skills and experiences that I had when I was studying in Leeds. So I think it's a personal investment. I think you should absolutely go for it, and I think it does absolutely make you much more employable, and you will have a fantastic experience as well as being challenged, and you should go for it.